Paul McKenna is a man with a mission. He's out to prove there's no such thing as a hopeless case. Often going against perceived medical wisdom, Paul believes that the brain has a limitless capacity to reprogram itself. In short, he believes he can change your life.
That's it. You are strong like bull.
Tonight, Paul meets Andy, who for 17 years has carried around guilt over the death of his cousin in the Lockerbie disaster.
We had a quick hug at the gate and she went on board. And that was the last I saw.
He treats Purita, whose pathological fear of dogs makes even a walk down the street a terrifying experience. And Paul meets Becky, who suffers from chronic vertigo. A cure would transform her life.
I can't do this.
Okay.
There's no way.
As far as I'm concerned, many conventional therapies just don't work. I meet people who've been in therapy for years and they can explain to you in great detail why they messed up, but it hasn't made a single bit of difference to their behavior. Analysis, for example, going over your problems again and again and again. You know, it's a bit like taking somebody with a broken leg and throwing them down the stairs until they feel better. What I do is considered controversial, but I don't care because it works and I'm prepared to prove it.
Last 17 years, unable to deal with the deaths of his best friend Sean and his cousin Patty, Andy Curtin has been suffering from increasingly severe anxiety and panic attacks.
This guy is suffering from depression triggered by post-traumatic stress, which originally occurred following two incidents. Firstly, with one of his close friends dying from cancer. Then secondly, he rushed to get his cousin onto Pan Am Flight 103. Of course, she died on the flight when it crashed. And as a result, he's racked by guilt. It caused him to then have marital problems, resort to drinking, depression. This guy can be helped, but this is a big deal. Not just because, I mean, if I had worked with him close to the original trauma, it would be easier, but he's had years of compounding this, not just compounding it psychologically, chemically as well. So it can be done, but it's a big deal.
I lost a very good friend. That was quite difficult. And then I was involved a little bit in the Pan Am crash in Lockerbie. And then my marriage broke up. It seems to have gone to the top, and then it's suddenly gone boop, 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 all the way down. It started to eat away, gnawing. It's though something's, it's like some sort of corrosive inside, and it's just getting worse and worse. I want to get some of that confidence back that I used to have. I mean, I could walk into a room full of directors of a multinational bank and give a talk. Now, I have problems getting to the shop. So.
The event which continually haunts Andy is taking his cousin Patty to catch the Pan Am flight which exploded above Lockerbie.
I rushed to get her down to the airport, partly so that she could get her flight, but more importantly so that I could get back to Chelmsford, where the office party was. I did go quite fast, probably faster than I should have done. But I got her to the airport on time, just before the flight took off. We had a quick hug at the gate, and she went on board. And that was the last I saw.
The one person in Andy's life who has supported him for the last 4.5 years is his girlfriend Shirley, although supporting Andy isn't always an easy task.
It's like living on a knife edge at times. You're never sure what you're going to come home to. When he has these panic attacks, it is so scary. It's incredibly scary, to the point that you think, I don't know if he's going to have a heart attack. I mean, he shakes, he visibly shakes, he's struggling to breathe properly. It's lots of things. I don't know what else to do. I just don't know what else to do.
It's not only Andy's personal life which is affected by his state of mind.
I'm an independent mortgage advisor. Pre an appointment, I get pressure. And when I'm thinking of driving down there, I need to try and breathe normally and try and calm myself down.
Having found counselling and antidepressants ineffective, Andy can see no way out of the torment.
It's a bit silly, really, isn't it? I'm a grown-up and I should be acting like one, but at the moment I don't know why I'm not.
This isn't a straightforward post-traumatic stress, which is, pretty much a walk in the park, those are, compared to this. I mean, this guy is, he's suffered several traumas and has had years to compound it. This is somebody going, if only I hadn't, continually. So they make themselves feel guilty, it's all my fault, this guy has been to hell and back, I don't doubt. Come in and have a seat, Andy.
Thank you.
What we're going to do first is an Aikido technique.
Right.
So we need to stand up for this, Andy. So if you stand here, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test in the clear, first of all. So as I push, I can see that right now you're up here in your head. But what I want you to do is to move your brain, put it in your tummy, your consciousness in your tummy. Forget about the room, forget about me here, the camera, everything. Just be in your tummy. There we go. Now, I'm pushing really quite hard, and I can't push you over. On a scale of 1 to 10 right now, where's the fear and the anxiety? Give me a number. 8, 9, 7?
At the moment it's very high, sort of. Yeah, it's 8 to 9, possibly even 10.
Yeah, okay, great. Hold 1 point. Just keep holding it.
Having recognised how anxious Andy is, Paul teaches him a martial arts technique which wipes out the emotional overwhelm, taking his stress levels from 9 to 1.
Yeah, it's calming down.
Yeah, I know. Great. 4. 1. Nice. Now that took all of a minute. And the more we practice that, the better at it you get. And you'll be able to take yourself from to yeah. Every time you feel tense, it's an opportunity to relax. Now, what we're going to do in just a moment is I'm going to ask you to tap with 2 fingers on these various acupuncture points while you think about work. I know this looks kind of silly, but it is not stupid. It really works. Think about work. Just think about it. You need to open, that's it, good. And tap under the eye, think about work.
Whilst Andy taps on specific acupressure points and thinks of work, his brain recodes the anxiety surrounding it, thereby desensitizing the stress.
There you go, back of your hand, think about work. Now, let's hum the bars of a tune, go into the right brain as you tap. Let's do Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells, Jingle Bells. What number is it right now?
I'm not as concerned as I was.
I know.
Hasn't really got a number.
Great, stop. Now that took just over a minute to do. And where's the stress? Yeah, this is the lovely thing. You are never going to need to feel unnecessarily stressed ever again.
Paul's made amazing progress with Andy, but he still has to address Andy's guilt and grief surrounding his cousin's death. So he's going to try a truly controversial technique. And still to come, Paul sees if he can cure Parita's crippling phobia of dogs.
It's too small, it can get under the gate, can't it?
Yeah. And Becky's vertigo is put to the test.
No, it's just horrible. I can't do that.
Go back and stand.
It's 2 hours into Andy's treatment, and having taught him techniques to recognize and consciously reduce his stress, Paul is concerned that Andy is still hanging on to feelings of guilt about the death of his cousin, Patty.
I did a process that I've used a number of times with people who've been suffering from grief, particularly when somebody's died very suddenly and they haven't had the opportunity to have a feeling of closure with that person. And so it's really a Gestalt technique where you put an empty chair there and you invite the person to come in, and we have a conversation, say the things that need to be said in the imagination. You know, maybe the person is really there, I don't know, but I don't think it matters actually, as long as the client is feeling better at the end of it. I would like to invite Patty to come and join us now, and when you imagine her sitting in that chair, if I could ask Patty and you to have a conversation that will heal you. Please go and have that now.
By inviting Andy to have an internal conversation with Patty, Paul hopes that finally he'll be able to get closure and free himself of the blame. And after half an hour, there's a breakthrough.
Okay, good. And when you think about Patty now, what's the difference?
It wasn't my fault.
It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Okay. Okay. You look completely different. Do you feel different?
I think I do. God, so my shoulders have got bigger.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means, but
It was like a weight has lifted. You were holding a lot of tension in your body. So when you think about going to see clients now, what's the difference?
I've got an appointment tonight. I'm quite looking forward to it.
Nice! When we're holding stress and sadness and guilt and anger and all of those emotions, we're going to manifest that in our facial expressions, posture. Everything about us is going to say that. So when we change the emotional underscore of his life, then suddenly the opportunity for the script changes as well.
I'm not going to say it's going to change overnight, but
No.
at least I know what to do.
Absolutely. It will change incrementally, more and more and more. We've made so many powerful changes, and all you have to do is go with it and just enjoy them when you know, oh, there you go. That's interesting.
After an emotional 2.5-hour session, Andy emerges with a different perspective on the tragic deaths of his best friend Sean and cousin Patty.
Various things happened which I'm now regretting happening, but so that's all in the past now. Time to go onwards and upwards. And both of them would have told me, get off your arse and go and do something, and have a beer at the same time.
I can't remember you ever talking positively about Sean and Patty.
Moved my centre down though, you'll be pleased to hear. I've moved my centre down.
Did you have to?
Yeah, I was a little bit nervous about coming round and just wondering how I'd feel. Because when Patty was over here, I used to bring her all around here to show her the sights. Oh, it's nice memories. This is what Paul was saying this morning. You can't get rid of you can't forget the bad memories, but just remove the bad memories and put pleasant ones in the place. So now I'm doing that. It's having the desired effect. So yeah, Mr. McKenna, thank you very much.
Paul has achieved a great deal in healing Andy's traumatic past. It is now imperative to build on Andy's vision of the future, so he has arranged to see him again in a few weeks' time. Parita Patel is a happy wife and mother, but she has a phobia of dogs so severe that it completely dominates her life and leaves her paralyzed every time she sets foot outside the house.
Day to day, the phobia affects me enormously because there's dogs everywhere, really, in any place. The nearest shops to my house are a 5-minute walk, and I've never managed to walk to them. As soon as I get out of the house, I get in my car, and if my car's parked across the road, then I have to look left or right to see if a dog's coming. I don't really care if the car's coming, but I check if there's a dog coming.
It's not only Parita's family life that is affected by her dog terror. Being unable to walk down the street makes running her own floristry business very difficult.
I do have deliveries to do. If I can, arrange for other means of delivering the flowers, I buy minicab or somewhere where I don't have to go physically, or I would not take the order, which is quite drastic. I couldn't imagine having a florist in the high street because I can't turn away, customers that just walk in with dogs,
It's another busy day in Paul McKenna's dog-friendly West London office, and Paul is confident he can instill his love of his four-legged friends on dog-phobic Parita.
This lady's got a phobia of dogs. She is from Nairobi, where dogs are not seen as domestic pets. When she was a child, her mother was attacked by a dog, and she's terrified of them. At the most formative period of her life, her mother is attacked by a dog. I mean, you don't get much more of an imprint than that. This is not overcoming something, a little discomfort. This is a major change, and it can be done. But This is not, you know, straightforward, simple kind of, ooh, I got stuck in an elevator, ooh, I'm a little scared of getting in them now. You know, this is a lot more than that.
First, Paul needs to see if Parita's phobia is as extreme as he fears. So he's set her the task of going to the local park.
Feeling a bit nervous, just seen some dogs go into the park, so don't know what I'm letting myself in for. Oh God. Amish. There's a dog there, which is quite big, and there's two dogs are coming closer to us now. Still far away, so that's... My daughter is already picking up on the fact that Mummy doesn't like dogs and Mummy's scared of dogs, and now if I ask her, oh, do you like dogs? And she says, no, Mummy, I don't like dogs because dogs bite, and I feel very responsible for introducing that fear to her. Door doesn't even lock. I don't like that look of that dog. And it's too small, it can get under the gate, can't it? Can you not get under the gate?
Come on, baby.
Can we get out of here now? I would be happy if you could manage to make me feel comfortable around dogs. I'm not necessarily saying I want to own a dog, or, you know, to perhaps stroke a dog, or, you know, or hold a dog or puppy or something. But I would be happy if I just felt comfortable around dogs, to the fact that I can walk down the street.
Parita has come to Paul's office hopeful, yet a little sceptical about how much of an impact he will be able to make on her deeply entrenched lifelong phobia of dogs.
Ah, Parita, come in.
Hi.
Would you like a cup of tea or coffee or a glass of water or anything?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay, all right. If you just closed your eyes for a moment and floated out of your body and move the image of you and the dog attacking you way off into the distance, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 feet away. Take all the colour out, Parita, so it's black and white, and then run that little movie of the dog attacking backwards. And then run it backwards 5 times, really fast, again and again and again and again and again. That's it, run it back again and again and again and again. Again and again and again and again and again and again. That's it, and let's add a new soundtrack, shall we? Watch the movie of the lady over there being not attacked, unattacked by the dog. There we go. So its teeth come out and the dog steps back. So it's almost comical. Okay, then open your eyes, come on, back out. Now when you think of it now, what's the difference when you do it like that?
The dog seems friendly.
Friendly. Relax your...
Having lessened Parita's extreme irrational fear of dogs, Paul puts her into a hypnotic trance to reinforce the message that a level of self-protection is healthy, but not the excessive fear.
Now I'd like your unconscious mind to find ways for you to keep all of the positive things that the old fear used to do for you, but without you being unnecessarily scared of all dogs everywhere as you have been in the past. Now, okay, so...
Paul is keen to tackle Parita's phobia head-on, but needs the help of his friend Archie.
He's not bringing the dog up, is he?
Okay, but come here.
No, please don't.
It's all right, stop, hold him there. Okay, hold 1 point. Come here, dog, come here, Archie. There we go. Hold 1 point.
Hold him closer to you, Paul.
Yes, hold 1 point. Ooh, look at him. Right, there, we're sending you away. There we go, Archie. Okay, so, that's good.
That's the most I've got without freaking out.
Yeah, no, don't worry, look, I've still got a few more things to do yet, okay? So, stand here, think about the dog, tap here. Imagine that dog coming in, tap here. Doesn't know where I want,
Oh, take him away, please.
All right. Okay.
You can bring him closer, but not that very close.
Not that close. Okay. Look at the dog. Where's the fear? That's. Where is it?
It's about 5.
5. Yeah. Now, before, could you look at a dog with 50% fear?
No.
So we're doing rather well.
Yes.
Yes. Good.
I would not.
What's that?
I would not be standing this close.
You wouldn't be
without
standing here,
thinking
yeah.
that. I don't mind trying to walk ahead towards it.
You want to walk to him, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Walk towards his back like that. Yeah, leave him facing that way. I like it that way. There you go. Yes, look, he's just a little dog and he wants to be loved. There we go. Oh, a beautiful little boy. There we go. How's that going? How's it doing?
Yeah.
You're okay with it, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's roll him over so you can pet him more. There we go. Oh, there we go. Pet his little back. Come in, touch him for a sec, go away. Come in, touch him for a sec, go away. Come in, touch him for a sec, go away. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, look, there we go now. He just wants to play.
As Archie messes about with his lead, Purita's fear is rekindled by the flash of his teeth, so Paul needs to draw upon all his expertise to keep on top of this phobia.
We're just going to do a little more hypnosis. You want to come in? Oh, there we go. Do you want
30 minutes later, Paul tries again.
It's all right. Come around the back of him here. Sit, Archie. Sit. Okay, just come around and touch him. Come around. There we go. So I've got a hold of his head. His head won't turn around. There you go. That's good. Okay. I want you to get used to holding his lead. Okay? There we go. It's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come and touch his little back here like that. Yes. There we go. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is I'm going to hold him here, and I want you to walk behind me, yeah? So let's walk him. I'm going to let go for his lead for 1 second and then grab it again, yeah? It's all right? Oh, okay. I know, it's the mouth, isn't it? You're worried about him coming to bite you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Come closer, hold 1 point. There we go. Okay.
There's just one last hurdle for Purita.
Just touch his little face. Put your hand out, touch his little face. There we go. That's it. That's perfect. Yes. And then put your hand near his mouth like that. If you put your hand flat, the dog won't hurt you. So, there you go. Just put it flat, put it close. Then he licks your hand. Just do that. That's it. You are cured. Do you want to walk him some more?
Absolutely amazing.
I know. Walk him some more. You're walking little Archie.
My husband has to see this.
Where is your husband?
Look at that.
You walk ahead, Paul.
Oh, I see. Archie.
Come on, Archie.
Archie, come on, look. To walk in the dog. There you go, look.
Wow.
It's quite extraordinary. I don't believe in the idea of deep-rootedness. You know, that metaphor comes from Freudian analysis, which I think is a crock of shit. I believe that human beings are very mechanical, and her fear was just overdoing its job, her protection mechanism. It had overgeneralized, and all I did was adjusted it. Now, this is the test, right? You know, there will be other dogs here. How are you feeling?
Fine,
Yeah?
Not nervous.
Not nervous, no? You're walking a dog in the park. How can you feel happy if you're frightened a lot of the time, yeah? And you can see that she looks younger and she looks better.
I'm actually now confident enough to walk in open spaces. I'll be able to walk down the street. It's just little things that other people may take for granted that it's such a big deal for me. I've never actually sort of done this to a dog. I was just quite amazed of how soft a dog feels. I'm really thankful to him because he's going to change my life in more ways than anybody actually knows or understands.
Thousands flee the city rat race every year in search of an idyllic rural life. Becky Simpson did just that. She gave up her high-flying career in London, found herself a rugged hubby, and moved to beautiful Devon. There they started an all-action extreme sports business together. So she finds it impossible to describe the appeal of abseiling or skydives to potential customers. And selling is the core of their business.
Can I help you? We say that it's a very personal business and that we get involved with all our suppliers. And we do like to give everyone a personal service, but of course it's the one thing that I can't actually talk about from personal experience.
If people come on and talk to me about parachuting, I'll be on there 20 minutes later and I would have got them so enthusiastic that even if they're not buying it for themselves and looking at buying an activity for their partners, they'll be buying it. And also, if we're selling extreme sports, I think most of the people in the office should be out enjoying them and doing them.
As an ex-para with a love of all adventure sports, Becky's husband Adrian can't understand Becky's phobia, and it's starting to cause tensions within the family.
Abseiling, we've been along, we've even taken our kids along, and we've had our 4-year-old not going down a steep pitch, but going down a gentle one, and Becky still just wouldn't do that. In our Western way, we've got enough time to think about these things and build them up in our minds and make it difficult for ourselves.
Jumping out of an aeroplane, I personally can't think of anything worse, but
you've got military training or you've got the right attitude, you just get out and do it. And I think that's where Becky finds me a little bit unsympathetic at times.
One of the more popular activities they offer is abseiling, but Becky's never even tried it. Today she's going to see if she can overcome her fear.
It absolutely terrifies me, and one of the reasons I want to get over this, because Adrian does do all these things. I can't bear for the last 11 years that he's done something like that and will just do it, and I can't. And I just feel so weak and girly, and I don't want to be like that.
Safety rope first.
I'm thinking I might cry in a minute. I actually feel really
below. Basically, I want you to come and stand there in front of me. If I come to get you, it wouldn't work.
Oh my God.
Right? One bit of advice to you is...
don't look down.
Just do it. Just get over it and don't look down.
So hang on, what am I doing?
Turn yourself around and you want to stand there. Go on, feet apart. Oh, that's it. Right.
I can't do this.
Okay.
There's no way. No, it's just horrible. I can't do that.
Okay, go back and stand next to me.
Sorry.
Don't worry.
You see, at this point, Adrian would say, oh, for God's sake, just get over it. And then start telling me about traumatised people in Africa and that people have to get over much bigger mental hurdles.
Becky feels like a failure, and there's only one man who can help her get over this hurdle.
Becky's got vertigo. I think because she's around all these extreme sports people, are probably very tough and focused and fearless, she's comparing herself to them and thinks that that it's not normal that she should feel terrified and nauseous. Nearly all phobias can be cured in one session. In fact, I don't think there's any good reason for anybody to be phobic these days.
Paul might be confident about curing Becky, but her husband still has some serious doubts.
Hats off to him if Paul manages to actually get her to do it, because I'm a little bit cynical about some of these methods and whether they actually work or not.
Can Paul prove Becky's sceptic of her husband wrong and get her down a 50-foot building? And coming up, Andy finds he still has issues to deal with.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Sorry.
has his work cut out with Becky. She is currently terrified of being even 10 feet off the ground. He hopes to raise her confidence at the local climbing centre.
Oh, Becky.
Paul, nice to meet
Yes,
you.
nice to meet you. You're probably wondering why I've invited you here.
I am, yes.
Come with me.
Paul's first step is to take Becky onto a cantilevered edge, several stories up, to try and reduce her core fear.
Now, every feeling starts in a particular place and it moves somewhere. For most people, fear starts here and moves up. So that's why people say my stomach's churning, yeah? So it goes like that, or it goes around like that. So I'd like you to think about jumping off here and show me where the fear starts and where it moves to.
Right there.
And where does it move to?
It's up in my chest.
Yeah, so it goes like this?
Yeah.
So think about jumping off here.
Yeah.
You got it going?
Yes, yes,
yeah?
yes.
What colour would it be? Give it a colour.
It's a grey.
It's a grey, okay.
Colour.
So let's pull that grey out. Let me take it all the way out. There we go. Can you see it spinning? Imagine it like a wheel spinning in front of you, yeah?
Yeah.
Now flip it over so it's going the other way. It's spinning down, and let's turn it white or blue. It's blue. Blue's a nicer colour, isn't it? Okay. Feed it back in. Put it in through your chest, into your tummy, down into the tops of your legs.
By identifying the direction and colour of her fear, then changing it, Becky is able to dramatically reduce the tension in just a few moments.
Stop, open your eyes, come on, back out. So if I say, how do you feel about bungee jumping over the side of here, what's the feeling like?
In my head, I had a lovely feeling of freedom.
Yes.
And feeling free.
Yeah. So it's something that's more possible then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Great. Okay, that's great. All right, well, let's see how you do rappelling from the side of the wall, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah? So what we'll do is we'll take it a stage at a time, yeah?
Okay.
Okay, cool. Are you scared?
I know I can get to a point and I can get down it.
Yeah, if you can do that, you can do even more.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
That's
Give it a go.
true.
See how far you can go now.
Oh my goodness. Right, okay.
Now, I want you to hold 1 point. What percentage of fear do you have?
That'll be about 10.
10. Hold 1 point. Put your attention in your tummy. Hold it. Feel it reduce. Tell me when we're at 9.
Okay.
8. 7. Spin the blue. 5. There you go. That's really good, by the way. Hold 1 point as you come down. Right, yeah, nice. Congratulations.
Totally stoked.
So if you can do that, what else can you do?
What would be quite an interesting test is if I'm at the top,
To come down.
just to come down before I've actually gone up.
Funny you should say that, because we've actually got 2 points you can abseil from. High points where you start out high and come down.
Becky managed the climbing wall, but Paul really wants to push the boundaries. With the techniques he's taught her, he's confident that she'll be able to descend the side of a tall building.
Bit of apprehension?
Well, obviously, there's a massive great drop down there.
1 point, hold 1 point. Feel the exhilaration.
Sat, and then gently, don't.
Oh, this is so much fun. That's it. How are you doing?
Oh my, yeah.
You all
No,
right?
I do feel in control, and that's a good feeling.
How was it when you let go? Because I mean, that's the pivotal moment there, where you actually lean back and let go.
Well, I went into my tummy and held that point in my tummy.
Okay. It's quite an exhilarating feeling as well, isn't it? When you get going.
No, it isn't.
How are you feeling now?
I feel totally stoked.
Excellent. The abseiling went excellently, so I've got no doubt that Becky's going to be able to go skydiving now. And despite her saying that this is to prove to her husband, I think it's more to prove to herself that she can do this, because I'm all for human beings giving themselves challenges. These extreme sports activities are fantastic, because what they do is they help people to go beyond their limitations. And it doesn't just mean that in one particular area of their lives they're better. It means that suddenly the mind generalizes and somebody becomes much more confident in lots of areas. So she's going to become generally a more confident person.
Two weeks ago, a 10-foot stepladder would have been too much for Becky. After meeting Paul, she is attempting one of the most terrifying sports anyone could imagine, a skydive from 10,000 feet.
I'm sure when I get up in that plane, I will be nervous. I mean, who wouldn't be? And I'll probably be a little bit scared, but I am going to hold on to everything that he said, and I'm not going to let the fear overtake me. I'm going to be positive about it, and it is all about positive thinking, and that's what I'm going to do. So I'm actually really looking forward to it.
3 weeks have passed since Andy had his treatment with Paul, and the anxiety he's felt for the last 17 years is disappearing. In order to build upon his new positive outlook on life, he's listening to Paul's hypnotic recording and practicing his techniques daily.
The number of people that say how different I looked simply reinforced the feeling. So it was never coming down. It was always, it was on a level, and then it would gradually get better and better. Then Monday comes, and obviously it's the work routine and things. But because of the techniques that he taught me, I can get myself back up to that level quite quickly. Did I snore?
In his first meeting, Paul dealt effectively with Andy's past. Now he's keen to build on Andy's future.
Good to see you, Andy. Come and have a seat.
Thank you.
You're looking really well.
Feeling a lot better.
Good. What's been happening?
I had a couple of job interviews. Mm-hmm. And I've got a job, basically.
Wow!
I was offered it on the spot. Previous to that, I couldn't, I would have been a nervous wreck. I wouldn't be able to actually write my name because my hands would be shaking so much. Yeah. I'm thinking about the here and now.
Yeah.
If I start to think about the future, then I physically start to dry up.
So when you think about something you do each day, like clean your teeth, have breakfast, that kind of thing, when you think about doing it tomorrow, is it in front of you, to the left, to the left or the right?
It's
there, I got it. Right in front of you. Okay. Yeah. Think about next week, Andy. Where's that? Is it further away? Is it more to the right? To the right. Yep. So if you just close your eyes for a moment, and we'll just do this as a visualization, float up and out of your body and float over the timeline and look down on tomorrow, look down on next week, look down on next month. Now we're going to pick up a bit of speed, go a year into the future, 20 years, 30, 40 years into the future.
It's cold and grey.
Cold and, yep, okay, pull it back. Just let it go, let it go.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Sorry.
Right. Sorry.
No. Hang on. Wait. I think you had quite a moving experience, a powerful experience. What can you tell me about him?
No.
Okay, that's all right.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Can I ask if it was with grief about the end of your life, or
Yes.
and Shirley's life?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Let's just put another frame on this then. Okay. So if you just close your eyes when you feel okay again. Yeah. If the future ain't good enough, we're going to go and jolly it up. Look back and get some insights into the things that you got absolutely right. All the people whose lives you've touched positively, who you've inspired or helped.
I've felt that I've let people down.
Could you forgive yourself for that? For being so tough on yourself?
Yes.
And did you do the best you could at these times with the
Yes.
resources you had?
Yes.
Yes, excellent, fantastic. And nobody can do better than that. Float back along the timeline to a year from now. It's been your best year yet. What's happened in your career, in your relationships? And then from this place, let's float up and let's take it 20 years into the future. And get a sense of how good it is now. There you go. That's it. We're reprogramming that genius biocomputer that is your brain. And we're saying, no, not that. This instead. Is the picture any brighter or more sunny, or what are the characteristics that have changed?
Cottage.
It's a cottage, right? Yeah. And how is it good?
Grandchildren.
Grandchildren.
I feel brilliant. I've always been a very brownish sort of person, but now I just feel I want to wear lots of bright shirts. I'm going to start wearing pink shirts with cufflinks. I want to be brighter. I am brighter. I feel brighter. I look brighter. I'm bloody well going to be brighter.
Next week, Paul treats the self-image concerns of Naomi, who suffers from body dysmorphic disorder. He takes the plunge with water-phobic Catherine, and tempers flair as he tackles road rage.
Fuck off!